Good freaking morning. How is everyone doing on this lovely, lovely freaking day? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Sorry, I was having problems with YouTube's this morning. I don't know what's going on. Alec Baldwin is in the news for something you're not going to want to miss. We almost feel sorry for him at this moment. Fresh off of just killing a woman accidentally, allegedly. Now we kind of feel sorry for him. Now we see where this internal rage actually comes from. And I'm excited to see that Tim Walz decides that he wants to fight every single MAGA in the world. He thinks that he is the strongest man alive, and we're going to have a conversation with him. I have him on the phone, and we're going to have a conversation. We're going to talk like men. We're going to talk like females. We're going to talk like gays. We're going to have a great time, and we're going to stage a fight between him and I because I'm ready to fight him after his comments about Tesla. Imagine being so excited that a major company in America that's producing electric vehicles is going down in stock price. Imagine celebrating that. What's up, Charlie? You have to be an absolute insane person. But again, there's this new persona with Tim Walz that he thinks he is the strongest man in the room, and it's hilarious to watch. And the man with my favorite thumbs in the whole world, Gavin Newsom, he put his thumbs down. He knows that we're watching. Yeah, we busted you, Gavin. We're sick of the thumbs. Put the thumbs down. We don't want to see these thumbs anymore. It's disgusting. But the biggest thing, Schumer posts a clip on The View that should be played everywhere. This clip should be at every Democratic election known to mankind for the Republican Party. This is a staple clip about what he said. You're not going to want to miss this. And we break down everything in the JFK files that we know so far. There's been some absolute bombshells, and there's been some boomer moments that we need to discuss, and that's important for you to know. But welcome to the show. We're going to have a great time. I hope you have a great time. Strap right in.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go late and let the world
Trust the government.
She sent in a little video for us. Oh. Here she is.
Hey, in spite of everything you've heard, and let me just make sure you all know that it's actually me. Say it's me.
Anti-woke.
Anti-woke?
suck on this, Biden. Would be you. We would be.
First, we need to watch this because I think this is an important message for all to hear.
I think one of the most amazing shows of unity in history
I agree.
is when 1,000 islands somehow managed to come together and agree on one single dressing.
Gilf. What a grandma. What's up, Finance? How are we doing this lovely morning? Man, I have something in store for you guys today. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. It's about to be a monologue off between me and a libtard. We're going to go toe-to-toe to see who can produce the most epic monologue you can possibly come up with. But first, let's get into some of the news. Alec Baldwin might be in an abusive relationship, and it's not what you think. See, I thought Alec Baldwin would be the abuser with his absolute insane comments and the way he attacks other people that get in his face and make jokes. You would think a comedian would be able to handle other comedians getting in your face, but when you have that internal anger, you got that Boston anger, you got that Northeast anger, when people get in your face and you got that, excuse me, I'm walking here, I'm walking, get out of here, I'm from New York. You got that kind of attitude. You're ready to fight anyone. But watch this video. I almost feel bad for him, but at the same time, I don't feel bad for him. Look at this abuse. What's up, Experimental? What's up, Chowder?
It's gonna be great.
You're a winner. Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
Sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking. This is why, yes, we'll have to just cut him out of the show.
It's gonna be great. You're a winner.
Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
Sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
Oh no. Trouble in paradise. Ooh. Okay, I get it. I see why he shot the girl. Sometimes these women go around here and they think they can get away with these comments, and you have nowhere to put your aggression, and I see why he goes out and hits people in the face. You got to get it out somewhere. that Boston anger, that Northeast anger, that Alec Baldwin anger. You got all these brothers that are trying to mooch off your own stuff going on. You got to get it out somewhere. I support Alec Baldwin hitting more people. Chatter says 1,000 Islands is the best. Hooray for unity. Yeah, me too. Well, now he's trying to be irrelevant. Yeah, maybe he's just trying for us to like just feel bad for him and see him as a human being, because that's important to do in Hollywood these days, because none of us see Hollywood actors and actresses as human beings. They're all just PDFs. We've heard how Alec Baldwin speaks to his daughter. Yeah, we have. She's hot. Who are you talking about? Who's hot? His wife? She looks nuts. Excuse me. When I'm talking. Look, this is a very common thing in marriages. Sometimes you talk over each other and you have to, pass the ball around. You can have a lip balm stick and you be like, when I hold the lip balm stick, I'm the one that's talking, okay? And when you have the lip balm stick, you can talk. It's important to do that. Establish boundaries, establish a rule, and then you guys can have more healthy conversations. Find a stick, find something around you. Maybe find an unloaded gun if you're Alec Baldwin. maybe pass the gun around at home. You have the gun, I have the gun, and whoever has the gun is the one that's talking. But just don't point it at each other. Let's practice gun safety. Could you imagine being married to Alec Baldwin and he just walking around with his gun at his hip? You're like, can you put that down? I just don't trust you. I don't believe that you're out for my best interests, and I don't believe that gun is fully unloaded. If I was married to Alec Baldwin and he was walking around with a weapon, I would be like, can I just see if it's loaded at the moment? I'm allowed, as the man in the house, I'm allowed to have the gun that's loaded. You're not, okay? You're an actor. You're gay. Just, do you, boo. Do you. But I am the one with the loaded gun, not you. Tim Walz has decided to go to this world stage again, and I think he's trying to attempt to be the front runner for the Democrats, as the Democrats still to this day think that Kamala Harris might be the answer, which is absolutely hysterical in my eyes, as they push Kamala Harris and Jasmine Crockett at the same time. Yeah, keep pushing these absolute cringe women. We love it. But Tim Walz goes on Gavin Newsom's podcast because Gavin Newsom has been having right-wing extremists lately, and we hate those. You're not allowed to talk to those kind of people. They're Nazis and they need to not be trusted. But he goes on with Gavin Newsom and decides to start saying that MAGA people or people on the right are all wusses and that he can beat them up. No, I'm pretty sure I can beat them up. Dude, do you know how old you are? Look, I get it. We're men. And sometimes we feel when we get older, look, I'm getting older. I'm 95 years old. I know I look great for my age, just being a ginger. But as we get older, we still think we're in that young body. We still think we can handle our business. We can handle our business, and we can, if somebody gets in our face, we can handle ourselves. But I know that the law of age will come after you eventually at some point. And no matter how old you get, you will not be able to handle business the way you used to be able to handle business, and you won't be able to rock with those hits like you used to be as well. So the fact that he's going up and starting fights, I think he's still doing this I think the Democrat Party told him that he is manly. You can fix your cars. You can fix your Broncos. We want to see you. But listen to him talk about wanting to fight people.
How do you fight it?
This
I think I could kick most of their ass. I do if they wanted to. I know I can run them, but I don't know if we're going to fall into that place where we want to. Okay, we challenge you to a WWE fight here type of thing.
How do you fight it?
I think I could kick most of their asses. You know what I'm saying? I can totally fight every single one of them. Oh my God. It's like we already know who's calling, and I don't even want to pick up the phone. You know what I mean? I already know who it is. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm here to fight you, Derek O'Shea. Please don't do that. I don't want to hit an old man. Oh, You scared? You're scared. I'm from Minnesota. I do my own oil changes. Yeah, man, I do my own oil changes too. Yeah. It's pretty easy to change. Oh, but for the Democrats, it's a big idea. I don't know where my Irish accent come from, but I've come out this morning. I'm from Ireland. I don't think you're Irish, man. I'm whatever the Democrats want me to be, and today I'm here to take on MAGA.
I'm gonna come.
Okay. I think you already took on MAGA, and you lost. Pretty freaking bad, my dude. Oh, the election was rigged, I swear to God. Okay. All right. Well, we'll come back to you, Tim, in a little bit, because right now I'm over it. WWE, sit down, old Gramps. Pretty ballsy for the one to do that with the guy who literally just got away with murder. Oh, you talking about news? Who you talking about? Baldwin. He's so blunt. Tim Walz is no longer Tampon Tim. yeah, he is. He's trying to, like how all influencers do when they start to when people are bored of them, bored of their idea, bored of who they are. They've heard the same jokes over and over again. They want something new. And so what an influencer does, instead of just staying consistent and being authentic, they change who they are. And Tampon Tim has decided that he is no longer about the monthly bleed. He is going out all balls to the Tim balls to the walls, to the windows, to the Tim walls. God. Sometimes they just come out. Sometimes it just comes out. I don't know where that came from. Tim Walz also has been going around and speaking to, what's up, HR picking stuff? Alec, it puts the lotion in the basket guy. It truly does. Tim Walz has been going around to stages everywhere to show his new persona about being a man. Not only is he starting fights with people on Gavin Newsom's podcast, but he's decided that he wants to take down the 7th largest American company. Because nothing says I care about American values like taking down large corporations. You know that corporation that hires a bunch of people and gives people work and pays people a decent salary and people are excited to work there, and it's actually pushing green energy to folks who actually don't want to care about green energy? Look, I didn't want an electric vehicle until Tesla came out, but now all of a sudden, if you're on the left, you hate green energy. And you hate green energy so much you're willing to set green energy batteries on fire, which if you only have 2 brain cells, you know what those batteries will do to the water. But who cares? We don't want water. We just want droughts, because droughts equal good. Here's him on stage doing his tough guy spiel.
Saying on my phone, I don't know, some of you know this on the iPhone, they've got that little stock app. I added Tesla to it to give me a little boost during the day. 225 and dropping. So... And if you own one, we're not blaming you. You can take dental floss and pull the Tesla thing off, and take out, just telling you.
I'm a car guy. If you just take dental floss, which I usually put in my butt, it's usually my underwear for the morning. If you just take the dental floss and you just go down to the Tesla emblem, it'll literally come off. Yeah, nothing says exciting like watching a company just go into flames. Nothing sounds exciting like watching all these Teslas be burned alive and terrorism be in American shores. I like all these leftards that just go around like screaming about how the right is so violent, but at the same time, the left is the one setting Teslas on fire, going to people, random people's homes, random people's businesses, and then destroying their own property. And not only that, there was a website created to dox Tesla owners. A new website was just created to dox Tesla owners. I mean, this is literal terrorism. This is terrorism at you can't define terrorism any different. This is terrorism. And the left is like... So when Tim Pool says things like Civil War, my ears perk up. At first I used to make fun of the Beanie Man for saying these sort of silly things, but this is absolutely ridiculous. You have people's homes being terrorized, you have people's cars being terrorized, and you have Tim Walz going around saying, this is so great, this is so great. So Reddit Live says 1,500 Tesla owners were doxxed today, and there's a website, And it's people have been trying to break down the website, and they built it really well. So it makes you wonder who actually built this. Charlie says, I just got a Lyft ride in a Tesla. It was a cool ride. Dude, I like Teslas. I like the Teslas. I'm thinking about making Teslas if I don't do the homesteading life. Right now, the homestead bug is so deep within me, I don't know what to do with it. I bet Tim transitions before the next election. Dude, Tim Walz would be a beautiful woman. And he'll go around and fight everybody. Violet says WTF, I know. But look at this. I mean, okay, not only does he go into this, but he also goes on to talk about how he thinks that people on the right are scared of him because he can fix a truck. What are we talking about here? What can you do on a truck that I can't do? Look, I've literally taken apart engines. I've taken engines out of cars. I've changed engines. I've taken an engine that was stock and then I put an engine from a race car into another engine. I've done my own clutches. I've replaced transmission. I've done CV axles. I've changed my own oil. I've done electric work. But you're right, Tim Walz. You are a man. You're like a man's man. You're the man's man that I've been dreaming of my whole life. Okay? You're my man's man. And I love it. It's so sexy to hear you talk. Listen to him talk about this.
But I think this notion of toxicity in masculinity.
Can we talk about Gavin Newsom's thumbs? If you don't put your thumbs away, I'm going to lose my mind. You know, he has like some PR person in his ear like, Gavin, put the thumbs down. Put the thumb. We don't want to see the thumb.
I'm seeing the way you're working on trucks. You're working on trucks. It's so cool to see. You're working on these truckies. You're doing truck things. I go to French Laundry. You change your own oil. We're together. We could be a match made in heaven. I wonder if Gavin Newsom right now with his bloodshot eyes, holy crap. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Are you high right now? Are you on drugs? Are you on freaking marijuana? How many edibles are you on, young man? You're running the country of California and you're high off a rocker.
I'm gonna come.
He's like, yeah, I like to take a little bit of edible when I get home from work and I do podcasting. And basically Joe Rogan, that's how he got famous. South Park Man song? Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's listen to this.
But I think this notion of toxicity in masculinity needs to be separated.
Wow.
And I think it's been conflated. And I think we're going to have to work on that a little bit. And I think there is a crisis.
I think some of us scare them. I think I scare them a little bit why they spend so much time on it. No, I'm serious because I can fix a truck. They know I'm not bullshitting on this. Yeah. I'm not putting this in people's grill. I don't know if my identity is not hunting. My identity is not football coaching. My
identity is not hunting. Yeah, we saw you in your hunting video. It was horrible, but continue.
Identity is not, a beard in a truck.
But I think this notion of
my identity isn't like a beard in a truck. It's not a beard in a truck. God, what? Yeah, I hear you talking about me, Derek O'Shea. Oh, you got rid of the Irish accent, didn't you? Yeah, I can change an oil. Yeah, really? What kind of oil do you put in? I put in the oil from Costco. Do you even know what the weight is? Do you even know? I put in oil and I can do an oil change, and my identity isn't in oil changes, though. Okay, if anybody's going around screaming my identity's in oil changes, I think they need help because literally, excuse me, I'm going to be the leader of the Democrat Party, and there's nothing you can do about it. I want you to be the Democrat leader, my dude. Oh, why would you say that? Because you're cringyism? Okay, now I'm gonna fight you. WWE match between you and me right now. I don't even know what that means. I'm just like so sick of listening to all these psychopaths going around saying these things. But I'm excited about this new avenue. The Democrats don't go away when they lose. It's so great. Like Jeb Bush, when he lost, he went away. But the Democrats, they just stick around and they don't go away. It's so funny to me. What's up, Swill? Sorry about the late morning. I had a little problems with the YouTubes. I don't know if you saw me trying to to a freaking video. There was like 5 notifications, and it was like, I was like, what is happening? I'm losing my mind with the YouTubes. I don't know what's going on. Hunter or Predator, he's such a frog mouth. He truly is a frog mouth. Listen, I can fix it. Experimental says, oil change? Cool. Can you push a car if it breaks down without having a coronary? Yeah, dude. Dude, have you ever had your vehicle break down in the middle of an intersection? I have. And luckily it was like a Honda Accord at the time. It was like a 92 Honda Accord with like 300,000 miles on it that I used to race because it was my first car and it was so slow. But I was like, you know what? It's manual. I can have fun. I can peel out whenever I want. And I put some rims on it and an intake and a muffler so it sounded good. But I broke it down in the middle of the intersection. I remember getting out and having to push my car with the door open in the middle of the intersection, and nobody helped me. Where was Tim Walz when that happened, okay? Where was Tim Walz? I think it was in high school at the time, too. Can you imagine? Just a poor widow high school football player struggling to push his Honda Accord across the street. Just unbelievable. Like the Adventures of Frog and Toad looking dude. Yeah, it is. Good question, Ethan. Okay, this video. Okay, we're about to have a monologue off, and I hope you're excited about this. I've been practicing all morning for this monologue. I will be sending this monologue into Hollywood producers everywhere because I saw this video of this leftist lunatic losing his mind about Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And this looks like something straight out of Hollywood. And I'm excited to see it. I mean, just look at his face. He looks like he's about to burst a blood vessel. Watch this video.
We're not mad enough yet to take to the streets en masse and protest what is being taken from us? Like they are in Europe, where they understand the price that will be paid if they do not stand up now. So much of what we have taken for granted here in America is truly being ripped away from us, and I know most of you understand that. But it is time for us to speak with our feet and go into the street. If you are not mad enough, let's add this fuel to the fire.
Do it.
The Trump administration deported a Venezuelan man from the United States to El Salvador, where he will be put in a prison camp that will make money for the El Salvadorian government from us. Our tax dollars are going to be a profit incentive to enchain a man in a foreign country he is not from. Does that not disturb you to your core? Why was this man deported? Because he was seeking political asylum. Something the United States has long held as a torch and beacon of who we are, as a source of liberty, of protection from political tyranny. Why was he singled out? Because of his tattoos.
Wow.
A man was robbed of his freedom and life and striving to be here because of a misinterpretation of his tattoos. I will remind you.
Yes.
That Donald Trump and Elon Musk are constantly telling us that we're simply misinterpreting their salutes, their symbols, even Donald Trump's words. Well, I didn't mean I'd fix the war in Ukraine in 24 hours. I was being sarcastic.
Yes.
You cannot take what I say seriously.
I won't.
Elon says you cannot take my salute seriously or the symbols I post on social media.
Yes.
Yet they are saying a man's tattoos that aren't even a symbol of being a gang can be misinterpreted to the point of his liberty being taken from him. Yes. No evidence of a crime.
Yes.
Nothing that would stand up in court. Where are you, MAGA? Where are you, 2As? Where are you to scream that the big brother, the United States government, has showed up with armed men in masks and guns, dragging people for no reason and deporting them into a prison camp in a foreign country that we pay for?
Beautiful.
Because Donald Trump doesn't understand the difference between political asylum and a mental asylum.
Coked up lefty rants about make me smile. Dude, this is beautiful. God, this is good. Dude thinks he's doing this for the Hollywood movies. He is, but guess what? I'm going to out. It's time. It's my time. It's the Derek O'Shea time. Okay, let's put some music to the background. Hold on a second. Hold on. I wish I could have my little captions at the bottom, but I don't. O treacherous fates, what vile tempest has descended upon this fair land? Behold, the golden-haired tyrant known as Donald Trump doth strut upon the stage of power with his brash voice and thunderclap pierce my ears. With tweets as arrows, he doth wound the sacred heart of justice. Oh, the plebeians cheer, blind to his gilded guile. And lo, beside him stands Elon, Musk of the Mars, a wizard-clad, shafting chariots to the heavens with we mortals toil in the shadow. Thou dost see, ye fools, their union is a plague, a cosmic jest upon the enlightened realm. I, a humble bard of progress, I am undone. My soul doth shriek as they mock my pronouns with their factories in their walls. Oh woe, oh calamity, shall I rend mine happen tunic with thy cast might oat milk latte to the winds? Yeah, I shall. For this tragedy, the stage is set. Liberal tears shall flood the earth, and I, the martyr, shall pen their doom in sonnets yet unwrit. Fie, fie upon thee, Trump and Musk, for you are villains of this wretched play. Thank you. Sometimes like these things come out of me and I don't know what to do about it. Okay, guys, it's like, I'm just one man. I'm just one man and one mission. Who did it better? Get in the chat, please let me know. My tattoos are the sun, so I am the Sunshine Gang.
K-Bean super chatted $19.99. Epic Rant for the win. Trophy emoji.
Thank you, K-Bean, for the $20 super chat. Yes. Oh, God. You know, I think mine was better. I definitely use better language. Okay. Did you hear some of those how? Violet says, I didn't know you were a theater nerd the whole time. I'm not a theater nerd. Though I did do some improv.
I'm gonna come.
I did do improv a few times. I did do him. Thank you, KB, for the $20 super chat. Oh, that was emotional. I got emotional during that moment. But you know, you tell me who won. You tell me who won. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. Maybe I should do Bravo, says Chowder. Thank you, Chowder. Thank you. Oh, can we get some cheering crowd cheers for me? Can we get some crowd cheers? Can we get some clapping? Can we get some audience? I need some audience. We don't have any of those sound effects. I need some audience clapping. I need some audience clapping just for my own ego. Audience clapping. Because my ego is very, very okay. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Oh.
Epic rant for the win. Trophy emoji.
Yo, listen up, y'all. KB's here to drop a flapjack with a super chat that's lit. 1999 is the norm. Epic rant for the win. That's the message in sight. So let's get this rant started. Yeah, make it a hell of a night. Rant Supreme, it's the name of the game. When JB drops a super chat, ain't nothing the same. We're talking about Billy Wynn's tremendous rants. Huge amounts of cash, straight to the bank.
With his mouth.
I ain't saying I'm the best, but nobody's better at dropping rants like these. Ain't nobody finer. So keep the 10 nations coming. Let's make this stream a hit. And remember, folks, when it comes to rants on the shit.
Oh my, okay, why did he just like throw in a bad word at the end? What a jerk. Thank you guys so much for all your support. I needed that this morning. Especially after Chuck Schumer goes on an absolute unhinged rant saying that you don't need your money. Republicans should be playing this video everywhere.
And you know what their attitude is? I made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? I don't want to pay taxes. Or, I built my company with my bare hands. How dare your government tell me how I should treat my customers, my the land and water that I own, or my employees? They hate government. Government's a barrier to people, a barrier to stop them from doing things. They want to destroy it. We are not letting them do it, and we're united.
Okay, good.
They literally played music to get Chuck Schumer to shut up. It was like an acceptance speech at the Oscars. They're like, Chuck Schumer, shut up.
And you know what their attitude is?
What is it?
I made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? I don't want to pay taxes. Or, I built my company with my bare hands. How dare your government tell me how I should treat my customers?
Can we get him to shut up?
The land and water that I own, or my employees.
Please get him to shut up.
Government.
Shut
Government's
him up.
a barrier
Shut him up,
to
Whoopi.
people.
Whoopi, shut him up.
A barrier to
Get
stop
him
them
to stop,
from doing
please.
things.
Please,
They want to
Whoopi.
destroy it.
Whoopi,
We
get
are
him to
not
stop.
letting them do it, and we're
Shut
united.
up. Shut up.
Good.
Look, I think they were going to commercial, but I also think they realized how dumb this absolutely sounds. I built my company from the ground up. Yeah, some of us that have small businesses have put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears for unnecessary work like doing taxes for you crappy people. Yeah, I'm starting to think that... Please don't look down there. I'm starting to think that these politicians have never had a job in their life or started a business. Oh, it's because they haven't. It's because they haven't. Unreal. It's because they haven't. What a great commercial, though. Oh, it's my money. I want to be greedy. Yeah, some of us, and I know he's talking about billionaires and stuff like that, but some of us with a little bit of money would like to keep more money. And we see how good you're fixing the roads and education all the time. Just a thought. He said the quiet part out loud. He truly did. Smooth. Also, the vid I shared is Ye's new album. Oh, I know. I don't know how I feel about Kanye's new album. I don't. I like the old. Bring back the old Kanye, not the new Kanye. Dossage says the JFK files that JFK is currently dead and not currently alive. So there, we can go home now. Look, I think it's a little bit more than that. I've read some of these files, and we're about to get into some of this. We're about to get into some of this because, you know, as Chuck Schumer says, the JFK files show us a lot, and there are some connections to Israel that people are going to harp on, and there's some connections to the KJP, what people are going to harp on, but it does show us a few things. But Chuck Schumer tells us the quiet part out loud about the JFK files.
Trump the other day said about you, he used to be Jewish. He's not Jewish anymore. Now he's a Palestinian. Answer that.
Tell my mother. But seriously, Trump treats Jews sort of transactional. Oh, they have money.
Jews have money? He can say that because he's Jewish. Oh, they have money. They're transactional. Jews have a lot of money. But so the JFK files were dropped last night, and you would think somebody that had his grandfather murdered would care about the JFK files being dropped. But the funny thing for me is that JFK's grandson is actually pissed off about these files being dropped. What? If my grandfather was potentially murdered by the U.S. government or just by this guy, and we want to get down to the bottom of it, I would want to know, but he is mad about it.
You're better than this. This is so fucking stupid. There's so much actual news going on. Why are you covering this? At least report that something happened. I love you, Harry Anton. You're really smart. Why are you guys covering this? I love you, Aaron Burnett. You're really smart. Why are you covering this? Why are you covering this? Stop. This is why this shit takes hold, because you guys fucking cover it over and over and over.
Yeah, why would they cover one of the most major breaking news stories in America at the moment? Yeah, don't cover it. Nothing gets the conspiracy theorists quite as excited as when somebody screams in the mic, don't cover this, don't talk about this. And I've been going through some of these JFK files. I think this is one that really stood out to me from things that I've seen. And, take this with a grain of salt. This is from John Garrett. The day after the assassination, Gary Underhill left Washington in a hurry. Late in the evening, he showed up at his home of friends in New Jersey. He was very agitated. A small clique within the CIA was responsible for the assassination, he confirmed. And he was afraid for his life and would probably have to leave the country. Less than 6 months later, Underhill was found shot dead in his Washington apartment. The coroner ruled it suicide. Ooh. Okay, so what we're finding out that there's still a high potential that the United States government did in fact kill JFK. So what are we going to do about it? Nothing much. But the funny thing about these files too is I was reading some of these files. You can see how the CIA likes to infiltrate countries like Brazil, Russia, China, and other countries like that to spread propaganda to different people. It's very fascinating to me. Now, the internet was going absolutely insane about Israel ties. So much so that they're like, if you type in Israel in the search function, and nothing pops up. But literally these idiots, these old boomers like Stu Peters, shout out to Stu Peters, I'm sorry, Stu, but if you type in the search function, it doesn't actually search the documents, it just searches for the titles. So yeah, none of these PDFs are named Israel. Okay, but so, and also there's 80,000 documents. And also this other document has been floating around the internet that is an old document about RFK Jr. Saying that Joe Biden is a traitor to America. Now, this is an old document. This is old. So don't get caught up on it. Now, I'm still waiting for more information to come out, but this was the most interesting thing to me. You let me know what the most interesting thing to you is of these JFK droppings. Now, this could be just some guy's testimony that's absolutely insane. I don't know what to think about all this stuff. There's still 80,000 pages. So if anyone comes to you today and says, I know exactly what's happening with these JFK documents, don't listen to them. They're liars. Nobody has read 80,000 pages within the last 3 hours. I'm sorry. I don't believe any of you. I don't believe any of you. Nobody is autistic that enough. There's not enough Adderall in the world to make you read that many pages that fast. It's not going to happen. The memo was declassified in the 90s, the Underhill memo in the 90s. Yeah, if they killed JFK, they probably tried to kill Trump. That's why it's important. No, I totally agree. JFK dropped caused me to look deeper into Epstein. Well, we'll see what happens with Epstein. We'll see what actually happens with Epstein Z. I'm excited to see more people read this. I've spent some time reading some of these documents. A lot of the documents that I'm reading, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm reading. There's some testimonies that seem interesting. Like this testimony stuck out the most to me from my readings, my own personal readings. But again, I'm just one guy with a job and doing this for fun. So just keep that in context. And I'm seeing some of these major podcast hosts that do this for a living that are putting out posts like, what do you guys find interesting about the JFK assassination? It's like, I'm not doing the work for you. You read the documents. This is your job, kid. This is your job. Like the PBD podcast bros, those little scammy pyramid scheme bros. Allegedly. Okay. those guys are like, hey, will somebody tell me what to think about this document? I'm like, I'm not telling you anything. You tell me what you've read. You have like people that write for you on staff. You have people that do the show for you. You come up with information. So give it more time. I would give it to the end of the weekend. I would give it to the end of next week to see what more people are saying. And I'm going to continue to read some of these documents and see what I come up with as well. But again, if we conclude that it's without a doubt that the CIA killed our president, what do we want? What can we even do about it? You tell me. Do we just dismantle the CIA? We have to have them. All the leftists on my Facebook are obsessed with Elon and freaking out about Social Security being cut. Oh, I know. Social Security is not going to get cut. God, Social Security being cut by Republicans has been a talking point since the early 90s, okay? Don't listen to these people that say the same thing over and over again. If it feels the same, it probably is the same. I mean, they've been calling Republicans Nazis since the early 90s. I mean, they called George Bush a Nazi. I mean, it's just like, it's just everything in politics goes in circles. And that's why we have fun on this channel. They are pyramid scheme bros. Yeah. Well, it's not a pyramid scheme, okay? PBD is selling essential oils. All right, guys, I'm gonna go to work. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I'm going to Chuck E. Cheese to finally get the cheese pizza in order. I got a huge party of 30 children coming in hot that all want to play skee ball at the same time. I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. I might throw a ball at their face. Why do we need the CIA, says Dan? Because we need to infiltrate other countries in order to spread our LGBTQ plus propaganda. Make other countries trans. Exactly. They lack any self-awareness about the redundancy. Oh yeah, self-awareness is not something in politics. Self-awareness is a thing that politicians like to pretend is not a real thing. You ask any politician what they had for dinner last night, they'll give you a speech about how great dinner is for the average American or something. Hey, you have a cheesy day too. I hope you guys enjoyed my monologue. If you